And welcome back to the Arc Arena here on the campus of Baruch College. It's the second game of your CUNYAC doubleheader between Medgar Evers and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you're just tuning in, a big win from the women in the first game, 85-56. But we flipped the script. That is the men's game now, as the Bearcats, who are looking to stretch out their 3-game win streak into a 4-game win streak, host the 3-12 Cougars. Again, alongside Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. And Joe, Bearcats getting into their groove here in the midway point, and another nice opportunity tonight against Medgar Evers, bringing their 3-12 record into the Arc.
Well, David, for the men, as Gerard Nicholson goes, so does the team. But Coach Alisi's been getting great production from a number of guys and the bench. And it's a luxury when you can go to the bench, which Coach Alisi has had throughout the years. But every game is a closer game towards the playoffs. So you got to get better in areas. And, David, the formula again, contest the 3, limit the points in the paint, and have good shot selection if you're the Bearcats.
And to your point, Joe, Dylan Minnick coming off the moving into the starting lineup this year, averaging close to 11 per game. Brandon Goldberg averaging 16 and 10 in his first year on the team. And like you said, Gerard Nicholson leading the way, 19 points per game. So everyone kind of really fitting into their roles here in the midway portion of the Bearcats season.
Now, Medgar Evers is always a team. Coach Brian Nigro pulls a rabbit out of his hat. And you got to be careful because they'll bite you. So Baruch has to be aware of the history of Medgar Evers. They can play, and you want to put them away early.
And the guy you really need to stop is Jonathan Grimsley. 3 games played this year, averaging 27.7 for Medgar Evers per game.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You're going to play hard man-to-man defense, but your eye on Grimsley.
So we are moments away from tip-off. Real quick, I also want to announce Baruch having a new player joining for the spring semester, Denzel Reynoso, a transfer here, sophomore, 6'5" guard. So excited to see what he brings.
Hey, 6'5" guards, pretty good size.
So with tip-off moments away, we'll send it over to Marty Collins for your starting lineups.
Hey guys, music gotta go up.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Arc for our men's basketball game between the Cougars from Medgar Evers and your Baruch College Bearcats. Before we meet the starting lineups, we'd like to have your attention, please, at center court. Baruch College Athletics would like to welcome back 3 special student athletes and present them with their 2024 CUNYAC Men's Basketball Championship rings. First, let's welcome back a 2-time champion, Akil Vaughn. Next, please give a warm welcome to 3-time champion and current graduate student at Medgar Evers, Ryan Penabekos.
Psych! Psych! Psych!
And he was on the court. This time he will be on the court. Please welcome back 3-time champion, Sean Donlin.
How did this...
Let's have a big round of applause for Akil Vaughn, Sean Donlin, and Ryan Penabekos.
Yeah.
Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Medgar Evers, a 5'8" senior point guard for the Bronx, number 5, Andre Jr. A 6'3" junior forward for the Bronx, number 14, Annette Joy. A 6'1" junior guard from the Bronx, number 22, Daniel McCullough. A 6'4" senior forward from Queens, number 23, Jonathan Grimsley. And a 6'3" senior forward from Queens, number 34, Ryan Anagopoulos. Head coach is Ron Leggo. He's assisted by Van Oranger, Kelvin Bigelow, and Todd Jamison. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for your Baruch College Bearcats. A 6'5" sophomore guard from Los Angeles, California, number 2, Cole Perry. A 6'6" sophomore forward from Staten Island, number 24, Jack Gordon. A 5'11" senior guard from Staten Island, number 1, Gerard Nicholson. A 6'3" senior guard from New York City, number 12, Dylan Minnick. And a 6'7" graduate student forward from Longtown, New York, number 22, Brandon Goldberg. Head coach of the Bearcats is John Alesi. He's assisted by Darrell Crawford, Saeed Osorio, Jamel Fair, and Robert Alesi. Now, let's play ball.
So some pregame festivities, passing out some rings to 3 former players, Akil Vaughn, Sean Donnellan, and starting forward for Medgar Evers tonight, graduate student Ryan Panagakos, which I have to say is a rarity, Joe. Not very often you hand out a championship ring and the guy comes off the other bench.
Well, I'll tell you what. He was a good player here at Baruch. And, he's got good size. So, too bad he, couldn't finish out his career here at Baruch. But it's exciting. It's a conference game. Can't take anybody for granted. Home game for the Bearcats. And hopefully they can keep up this really high level of play with a collective effort.
So it'll be Baruch to start things off, going left to right in your home whites. Light blue numbers, dark blue trim, the 3 there from Nicholson, and he knocks that down and gives Baruch the quick lead.
Well, Nicholson couldn't have been any wide open, and that's a good sign. As your star goes, everybody goes.
So now into the lane as McCollum kicks it back out. Ball into the hands of Grimsby. Ooh, he was blocked. Nope, they're going to say he was fouled on the way up. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2, and we'll see our first free throws of the evening.
Baruch hit a man-to-man, and it's just about switching and keeping in front of your man. And, David, again, we want to keep track of points in the paint. Hopefully Baruch keeps that percentage low.
And Grimsley knocks down the first.
Well, this is the guy, as we pointed out at the beginning of the game, that gets it done for Medgar. So special effort from Baruch's defense on him.
Interesting free throw motion. He uses the left hand very much. I mean, you're supposed to use it as a guide hand.
He must have strong wrists, David.
It just doesn't look as blatant normally as now Bailey has it. Goldberg finds Minnick outside to Bailey, inside to Goldberg. Great ball movement by the Bearcats. Gordon going to take the mid-range jumper. Ooh, that one went halfway down. No good. It's Bailey now on the offensive board. Gordon looking for options. Back to Bailey on the corner. He puts it on the floor. He's covered there by Grimsley. McCollum now out on Nicholson. Minnick inside to Gordon. Gives it even further inside to Goldberg. Easy layup as he had position inside on Grimsley.
I don't think Medgar has an answer for this ball movement by Baruch. So defensively, Baruch has got to switch. Got to keep their hands and feet moving and watch the cutters.
McCollum spin move working on Minnick. Needs an option, finds it on Grimsley out at the center circle. Grimsley into the lane, up and under layup. Awkward shot, no good. Minnick now ahead of the pack to Gordon. Gordon driving on McCollum, gives it off. Oh, what a find there by Minnick to Goldberg. He can't finish, and he gets it knocked out of his hand. I think Goldberg almost wasn't even expecting it as Minnick did a no-look behind the back pass to find Goldberg setting up in the post.
That was a little Harlem Globetrotter.
Three there by Nicholson on the near side, no good. Rebounded there by Evans.
Baruch has to get back on D. Grimsley can play.
Nice move there by Torre underneath. Was able to get the reverse layup to go. 5-4, Baruch lead. A little bit more than 2 minutes gone. Now Gordon into the paint. Elbow jumper from Gordon. He's able to get that one to go.
Well, what an offensive player Gordon has turned down. You know, highlighting Nicholson, well, Gordon is right behind him.
Now Torre has it. Looking for options, but goes the other way to McCollum. Panagakos picks up the loose ball. Steps into a three over Goldberg. Shot no good. Grimsley fighting for it with Nicholson. Nicholson comes down with the rebound, and he's quick to push the other way. Now it's into the hands of Minnick. Nice move to get past McCollum. Into the lane against Panagakos, and he's able to finish with the right hand. And Coach Nigro wants to talk things over with 2:47 gone and already trailing by 5.
Derrick Henry comes to mind when you talk about Minnick. David, when he puts his head down, you know, he's a tremendous player and is so versatile inside, outside for the Bearcats.
And we're seeing it from all different areas right now. Four scores already in the first 9 points for the Bearcats.
Well, you know, offensively, the Bearcats are going to be fine. But defensively, they really have to take away the schoolyard mentality of Medgar Evers. I don't think there's a lot of, you know, X's and O's. I think Medgar's going to just play like they're in the schoolyard.
So Medgar Evers to inbound underneath their own basket. Baruch setting up in the full court press as it's Minnick now on Evans.
Yeah, it was a light alignment by Coach Alisi defensively, but they need to get back in their stance, keep their hands and feet moving.
Baruch in the 2-3 now. Bounce pass on the baseline to Torre. Torre swings it out to Panagakos. Far side three. Shot too strong, no good. Torre's able to corral the rebound, though. Looking for an option. Gives it outside to Panagakos. Now on the far side to Grimsley.
Torre's a player, David.
Grimsley gives it off on the near side to Beaton. Beaton's going to take the southpaw jumper. No good. Goldberg rises to snatch down that rebound. And now Minnick's pushing the pace into the front court. Gives it over to Bailey. Bailey thinks about the shot. Back out to Minnick.
I'd like to see Goldberg get the ball below the foul line.
And he's working there. Gives it outside to Bailey on the far side. Now to Nicholson. Nicholson blocking foul there on Evans as he took it right in the chest and hit the deck hard. And it'll stay right there. That was on the floor, so it'll stay right there with the Bearcats.
I'll tell you what, I wasn't sure what the call was going to go. It looked like he was going to give the sign of offensive foul on that.
So now it's Minnick on the far side, inside to Gordon. Goldberg trying to get position. He does. He's able to catch the pass there from Nicholson with an easy layup. And Baruch lead by 7. 4 minutes gone here in the first.
Goldberg, one of the most versatile players in CUNY, could do so much. He's got great size and length.
Evans spin move. Oh, hits the cutter. It's going to be Beaton, and they're going to say it went off of Minnick last. So Beaton unable to corral that pass cleanly and might have led to an easy basket. Either way, it's going to be Panagakos to inbound for the Cougars underneath.
Now they got to get in their defensive stance. Stop the dribble.
They got to shoot now. 2 seconds. 1 second on the shot clock. Half court heave. No good. It's going to go out of bounds and back to the Bearcats.
Well, it's a great possession by Baruch. And the thing is that, you know, they're already in the heads of Medgar Evers. Medgar Evers, again, playing like they're in the schoolyard.
And nice find there. Goldberg, ooh, he definitely had some contact there. No call, and it's going to be a nice layup there for Goldberg. Goldberg already having a big game.
Medgar has no answer for Goldberg.
He's got 6 of the first 13.
He's like a tight end, David. He's got great hands.
Panagakos shot too strong. Goldberg able to corral his second rebound. Finds the cutting Nicholson. Nicholson able to scoop all the way to the basket and lay it in.
David, it's a park game. We might as well be in Brooklyn playing somewhere, because this game comes down to, trading baskets like we're in the schoolyard.
Jack Gordon inside, even further to Goldberg, and he lays it in. And to your point, Joe, Panagakos doesn't really have the size, nor does really anybody. You're talking about Grimsley being the tallest player on the team at 6'4" to deal with Goldberg.
To your point, how many times is Baruch going to execute what they just did with Goldberg? Medgar not stopping it.
If I'm Baruch, I'm probably living with that all night as Grimsley gets the offensive rebound, can't hit, hits the deck as Goldberg comes down with the rebound.
Well, that was a no call. There was contact.
Ooh, he had Goldberg cutting, but nice shot there by Gordon, and a little bit more than 6 minutes gone. Baruch have blown it open here in the first half, 19-6. If Medgar Evers is not careful, we're looking at another blowout doubleheader here at the Arc Arena.
I'm sure Coach Nigro wants to have words with the ref, because Grimsley just got beat up in the alley, and there was no call.
Yeah, I think also they have to figure out what their plan is on number 22, Brandon Goldberg, the 6'7" graduate student here at the Arc Arena, because he once he gets that position, Joe, to your point, I mean, you called it out early. You said, let me get him the ball in the post. Ever since he's been getting the ball in the post, it's just turned the basket, easy layup. And even he probably should have had 2-and-1 so far.
David, the MO of Medgar is that they are a schoolyard team, let's face it. I don't think there's a lot of X and O's. I don't think they watch games filmed. And so it's really a lot of ad-libbing. And you know what? Baruch needs to feast on that, because you got Goldberg down low. You got Gordon. You have, Nicholson. You can go to the bench. And you got a lot of possibilities, because you're not going to get a whole lot of defense if you're Baruch.
Yeah, and who do you have from the Cougars' point of view to even throw at Goldberg? I mean, like we said, Grimsley's their tallest player.
Torrey's not bad
at 6'4", but you're not going to put your best offensive scorer to play defense on Baruch's best offensive player, because if Grimsley gets in foul trouble, you're taking 27 points off the floor.
Now, here's in the difference in defense of two teams. Baruch is incredibly schooled, fundamentally sound offensively by Coach Alisi and his staff. So Baruch is playing like you're supposed to, versus the ad-lib of Medgar. So who's going to fare better?
Perez just checking the game, gives it off to Panagakos. Grimsley now at the free throw line. Floater, too short. Try to get his own rebound. Goldberg knocks it out last. And it's going to stay with the Cougars as they have a fresh 20.
Well, Grimsley's out of sync here. But we still know what he's capable of.
And we're seeing Coach Nigro really go to the bench here in the early portion of the game. Inbound deep to Perez. Oh, it's Nicholson who knocks it away. They have numbers as Lamb's on the floor. Shot no good by Nicholson. Lamb gets it, cleans it up, and he's able to lay it in.
What does Lamb do when Coach Alisi puts him in? He produces right away.
As Grimsley goes coast to coast, can't finish. He hits the deck again hard. And now it's Lamb, gets the ball from Minnick, gives it over to Nicholson. Grimsley back on defense. We're all five aside now on the Baruch end. Now inside to Gordon. Oh, his pass either got tipped. I think he was looking for a whistle, but it definitely hit the underside of the net.
Yeah.
Bokarov now into the front court, gives it off inside. Who is that as it hits the deck? That's going to be T'Cha.
The only chance Medgar has, if they get Baruch into sleeping on defense, and, they just keep getting to the foul line. So if Baruch stays true to the defensive identity, Medgar is going to have to just take wild shots.
T'Cha off on the first.
Coach Nigro, David, could go in the street and pick up players and give them a uniform. That's really what the program is about.
Yeah, but T'Cha's struggling from the line there. He's only a 39% free throw shooter. He missed them both. Nicholson going to pull three on the other end, and he knocks that one down as he falls to the seat of his pants. Baruch 24-6, and this game's getting away here from the Cougars.
Well, Nicholson's off to a good start. That always bodes well, and it's who's going to join him.
Perez deep three, no good. Goldberg soars for it. Bakarov knocks it out of bounds off his hands, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats, but not a great offensive possession there from the Cougars.
Well, again, the Cougars are playing with no structure, David.
So now it's Nicholson to Lamb.
Baruch has got to move the ball, and they'll get a shot.
Baruch inside to Goldberg. Outside to Minnick, straight on three. High arcing shot. Ooh, that was way short.
Yeah, that was a good curveball. Uncharacteristically of Minnick to shoot that ball the way he did. But shooters, again, have to keep shooting. So Coach Alisi going to his bench, and that's been working out well for him this year and in the past. And remember, he's a great in-game coach.
So now Gordon has it up top, gives it over to Lamb on the near side. Looking for options, Nicholson. Inside to Coppin, Coppin turns, inside, outside now. Nicholson straight on, 10 to shoot. Nicholson over to Lamb, near side. Has the hot hand from three this season. Shot no good, though. Panagakos soars for the rebound.
Coppin's a good interior player. He's a facilitator. He's not going to get anything from the outside.
Three there is no good. Gordon and Bakarov fighting for it underneath. And Lamb, nice box out play there as Bakarov keeps it in bounds, but Lamb's able to pick it up. Lamb looking for options, gives it over. Now it's Gordon up top. He'll pull a straight on three. That shot's off right rim, no good. Panagakos, nope, it's going to go off Coppin last.
You know what? Gordon didn't set his feet and was off balance. But I think that the Bearcats just need to live and die in the paint, and they'll really put this game away.
Now Torrey has it, gives it over to Chop. Takes the pick from Torrey, gives it inside to Torrey. Now able to finish with the left hand over the outstretched arm of Gordon.
That was a great two-man effort by Medger.
Coppin now over to DeVries. Nice find inside to Gordon. He's fouled in the act of shooting by Cha.
Coppin, again, not an outside threat, but seems to be a good passer from the foul line and also in the paint. The quick ball movement's going to hurt Medgar.
So Gordon at the line to shoot two as he's a 73% free throw shooter on the season.
That's one thing David Baruch does very well. They move the ball no matter who's in the game. Credit the Baruch coaching staff for, bringing that into play.
So now Torrey quickly the other way, looking for options. Bakarov on the near side. Lamb all over him. Swarming defense from the Bearcats outside to Torrey. Baruch in the 2-3 zone here on the defensive end. It's Torrey now on the near side.
How's it travel?
Going to hop into the lane. No whistle, though. And as Bakarov comes away with the rebound, his shot gets stripped, and it went off of Bakarov last, and it's not good hustle play there by Gordon to win Baruch a possession.
I'll tell you, Nicholson known for his offense, but he brings it defensively. He's always in the right place.
Baruch lead 25-8, almost midway point of the first half. Now it's Gordon on the near side, gives it inside to Coppin. And see, the interesting thing is, like you said, Coppin's a strong player, but I don't think he has yet to develop the same offensive game that Goldberg has. So when they've been having those opportunities where they get it in deep, they really need him to be able to finish at the basket. This time he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Coppin, again, interior player, we get it. Anything you get from him is just a plus off the bench. If you remember, we had that guy that jumped out of the gym, Vaughn, here many years, and Coppin reminds me of him. If he can only get an inside game, he's going to be trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about also a freshman forward, so I'm sure, plenty of years here at Baruch for that game to develop, specifically for this game in the instances where where Goldberg will get the ball. Now he's getting the ball, and we just know Goldberg's all-around offensive game. He's been leading the Bearcats tonight.
Well, it's good to have two great post players,
Yep.
one starter, one off the bench.
Ooh, Lamb pulling up a three there. He was open, shot strong, no good. Inside out. Now it's DeVries.
Now Baruch
Over to Nicholson.
has got to continue to buy into moving the ball and get somebody to set their feet.
Inside out. Lamb has to do something with it. Gives it off to Nicholson. He'll pull a three. Ooh, shot no good. Too strong. Torrey comes down with it. And definitely not a knock on Coppin, as he does bring valuable minutes off the bench.
Yep.
As Lamb able to strip Torrey. Now up ahead to Lamb.
Oh, what a great pass by Nicholson.
And Lamb can't get it to go. Went around all the way out. I think he may also have been fortunate that he didn't get called for a double dribble there. Now it's Perez over to Bakarov.
We got to get WD-40 on that rim, David. It's just shots are going down and they pop out.
And it does always seem, Joe, both in the men's and women's game and last week too, it's always the rim to the view or to our right hand side.
Yeah, sure. The left is okay.
Ooh, nice find there. Easy layup there from Coppin. Great find there by Gordon. I think the whole gym thought he was going to throw it down.
Well, you know what? A sign of a team that likes playing with each other, they know each other, and they believe in each other. You know, that's a recipe for a championship. Coach Nigro trying to insert people from the bench.
Shot there, no good, and it's going to be the Cougars who come down with it as T'Challa brings it into the front court. Bakarov gives it inside to Torrey. Torrey spins.
Well, you know, Torrey's got the size. He got to the basket but didn't finish.
As Nicholson, and one as he drives to the basket and lays it in.
Well, Medgar doesn't have an answer for Nicholson. That's the beginning. And I don't think they have an answer for anybody on the Bearcats. Now with 7:43, 30-8 Baruch, Coach Alisi's got to make sure there's no letdown because Medgar Evers is playing freely. Great crossover.
He's able to get right to the basket and lay it in as Evans Jr.
Well, Evans Jr. showed some real good basketball skill on that play, getting to the basket.
Nicholson straight on three, off front rim, no good. Coppin able to get that rebound, brought it a bit low, and one from Trevin Coppin, who's able to lay it in, and the foul, and he'll go to the line for a chance at an old-school three-point play. Baruch could extend it to 23.
Hey, that's why you lift weights. That was all muscle by Coppin.
Our next 12 basketball games will take place on Wednesday, January 22nd. It'll be another CUNYAC basketball doubleheader. Women's game followed by the men's game against York College. That's Wednesday, January 22nd here at the Arena.
Games have you seen, men?
2.
This year?
Oh, this year? How many? Oh, I don't.
So Baruch lead by 22 points, 7-11 remaining here in the first half.
And David, what we've seen so far is what we saw the other night: collective production, inside, outside from Baruch, sharing the ball. Coach Alisi being able to go to the bench, getting immediate contributions, and it's all clicking for Coach Alisi at the moment.
So Coppin at the line for a chance at a three-point play.
You mentioned the youth of Coppin, but he's playing like a veteran. Coach Alisi, you know, putting the heat on, but again, taking it off. Baruch has got to defend now, move their feet, move their hands, follow Nicholson's lead.
Panagak goes, rolls right off, couldn't finish the reverse lane, and it's now Minnick the other way.
It's a cold homecoming for Pananaco.
Minnick into the lane, gives it outside, far side. Coppin, corner three, shot too short. Evans touched it last.
If Coppin starts to hit threes, Baruch has got quite a player.
Trying to give and go with Goldberg, gets knocked out of bounds off Grimsley.
But good look by Goldberg, okay? Because he could have looked to score, but he followed his cutting teammate.
Nicholson, baseline jumper, too strong. Goldberg, easy rebound on the strong side and able to get it to go. 35-10, Baruch lead, 14 minutes gone here in the first half.
David, isn't it interesting the absence of Medgar Evers' star player in this first half?
Yeah, Grimsley not having a strong game at all.
Well, he's playing against a structured defense.
2 points on 0 of 4 from the field.
Well, Baruch has a number of options they can use here. But guess what? Coppin got away with a travel, but he got fouled.
And using his size inside to create some space. And I like seeing Coppin with Goldberg both on the floor at a 4-5.
He loves to put his shoulder in, not afraid of contact.
And Coppin knocks down the first.
A player like Coppin, David's going to provide major dividends going forward. Young player, but has really caught on to Alisi's system and knows his role, David. Simple. Well, these fouls by Baruch, they're okay because they're just, playing really hard and not allowing any momentum or something effective out of Medgar Evers to happen.
As Evans, baseline jumper, no good. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Nicholson. That's only the fourth team foul, but that'll send Evans to the line to shoot two.
Now, Evans has got game, okay? He can play. So Medgar's got players, but again, they're just, playing ad-libbing.
And Evans off on the first. And Goldberg snatches it down as Evans off on the second as well. Goldberg 10 and 5 already in the making of a double-double. Ooh, Lamb almost steals it. Evans all over him.
This is Goldberg's kind of game. He's playing with a lot of room.
As Lamb knocks down the three. Big shot from straight on. Extends the Baruch lead to 30 in the first half.
Lamb getting a lot of playing time here in the first half.
Panagako spin move, high arcing shot around and out. The Cougars can't buy a bucket.
Well, he's got a lot of size. If they swing it and they hit Goldberg on an angle, they'll get it to him if they want. This game now, David's about angles offensively for Baruch. If they want to go to Goldberg, they can on an angle over the defense. And if they want an outside shot, they're just going to have to swing it, and they're going to find Nicholson or Lamb.
So now Panagakos gets it into the front court. 40-10 Baruch lead, 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. 3 there by number 32. Beaton is no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Can't finish on the second attempt, and Gordon gets the rebound.
He did a little two-step, but the referee missed the travel call.
Ooh, Coppin blocked underneath. Ball still loose. And it's going to be Grimsley who picks up the loose ball. Ooh, almost loses it right here in front of us. Goes right into the lane. Can't finish at the basket. But will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Coach Nigro probably wants Grimsley to just, go off here. If Medgar has any chance of getting back into this game, this is a guy that's got a reputation as a scorer.
And Grimsley can't hit the first.
Tell you, watching him, my wrist hurt because he's flicking that ball off his hands. Must hurt, David.
Medgar Evers shooting only 15% from the field.
Well, they're best suited to drive to the basket with the size that they have.
Now Lamb gets it, goes right into the lane. Looking for options, kicks it out. Gordon on the far side. Correct that, that's DeVries. And he knocks it down, 43-11. Baruch lead by 32, coming down 3 minutes remaining here in the first half.
But credit Lamb with staying patient and not forcing it and finding an open teammate. Coach Alisi positions his players to receive the ball and ready to shoot.
Grimsley knocks down the floater in the lane. And that's his first bucket of the night, 1 of 5 from the field. DeVries now takes the pick from Coppin. Gives it to Coppin. Nicholson gets that one to fall as he knocks down a downtown 3 right on the near side wing. Baruch lead 46-13. Nicholson leads all scorers with 13.
Well, from the perimeter, it's been happening for the Bearcats. And as Nicholson goes, so goes the Bearcats offense.
DeVries pull up 3, no good.
Boy, now we're really playing NBA style run and gun.
Evans right into the lane. He's fouled on the way up. Let's see who that one's on. That's going to be on Coppin. And that's going to be his first, so it'll be Evans back to the line, who missed 2 moments ago.
Yeah, Evans, again, not really doing anything, but if you watch him play, he's got guard skills.
And he knocks down the first.
Boy, I'm surprised in his first half. Grimsley comes in highly regarded, highly, a lot of accolades. But today, he left this game in Brooklyn.
He's got 5 points on 1 of 6 shooting and 3 boards. Gordon has it. He had an open look. Instead, he gives it inside to Coppin on the baseline. He drives. Coppin working on Hines underneath and able to finish.
Hey, that's why you go in the weight room, David. That was all muscle.
And on the other end, it was Grimsley who can't finish.
Lamb
coming the other way, gives it off to DeVries. Now inside to Nicholson, cross-court pass. It's an open 3 for Gordon, and he knocks that one down. It's 51-15.
David, Lamb giving Coach Alisi great minutes. And look at that ball movement.
Gordon on the steal. Now Evans gives it off to Lamb, over to Nicholson, as Evans lost the ball on the other end for the Cougars, 53-15.
Great choice of Lamb to go from his right to his left to allow that pass to happen.
Evans hop step in the lane, kicks it out near side. Perez going to shoot the three. That one goes around and out. And Coppin on the rebound. We're in the final minute of action here in the first half.
Well, Perez looks like a shooter. Now the ball movement needs to continue. Good habits, Coach Alisi wanting from his players. Boy, I'll tell you, Lamb's had a great first half, David.
He's able to finish there over the outstretched arm of Hines. Lamb's got 7. Baruch already have 3 players in double figures, including Joe's favorite, Trevon Coppin, has 10 points and 7 boards in only 11 minutes of action.
Well, I just love when young players, mature right in front of your eyes. Remember, Jamel Fair, we watched him turn into a great player year after year. Well, with 22 seconds, again, good ball movement. Baruch's already done their job, having a great first half offensively. You want to go out into the locker room having a good defensive stop.
As Panagakos knocks down a 3 there after the miss from Idea on the other end. DuVries pulling up from half court. Shot no good off left iron. But it's been all Baruch here in the first half. They lead 55-18. 3 players in double figures. Overall monster game from Nicholson, Goldberg, and Coppin. Goldberg and Coppin both with 10 and 7. Nicholson leads all scorers with 15.
Well, David, very quickly, it's a first half of a very well-coached team versus a very good coach in Brian Nigro, but a team that's best suited for kind of park kind of play. So it's like a difference, but the end, Coach Alisi made his team stay disciplined, and that's why it's a 55-18 lead going into the locker room.
So with here at the intermission at the Arc Arena, Baruch lead 55-18. We'll step aside after first half action and come back with the second half in about 10 minutes. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's about to be second half of our second game of our doubleheader. If you're just joining us, the women blew out Medgar Evers 85-56, and the men are just trying to one-up them. They lead 55-18 at the half.
Well, David, I'm sure Baruch Nation might be turning off their sets here, but you know something? This blowout is because a very good team is taking care of their business, okay? And Medgar, perennial kind of team that's there and occasionally will upset a team. But really, Baruch home game, they're on a good streak. Everybody's contributing. This is, why it's a 55-18 game.
And Medgar Evers only shooting 18% from the field, 6 of 32, 1 of 11 from downtown. No points off the bench. I mean, it's just...
Well, coming in, you would have thought Grimsley was going to, put on a show here on Lexington Avenue. He's not. And after him, Medgar is very thin.
Coincidentally, he actually is tied for the team lead. Him and Ryan Panagakos, former Bearcat, who played all 20 minutes in the first half. Both have 5. Torrey with 4 and Evans with 4 as well. The other 7 players have 0 points combined.
If you're Coach Alisi, I would think in the locker room he said, don't play down to this opponent. Keep, your foot on the gas pedal, and let's continue playing good ball because, David, when this is over, short memory. Next game is, right there.
And so it'll be the Cougars' ball to start things off. One change for the Bearcats as Fitzgerald has come in to start the second half as Bailey is on the bench. And the second unit also for Medgar Evers starting with only Panagakos starting. Panagakos, McCollum starting and Grimsley starting from the original unit. Bokarov and Perez have come in. Now Perez
is the shooter, David.
And he loses the ball there. Fitzgerald ahead of the pack to Nicholson, who lays it in. Fitzgerald hustling down the floor as he's getting potentially some meaningful minutes here in the second half.
David, could this be the game that Coach Alisi gets a great 20 minutes of the first half and a great 20 minutes of the second? That's your ultimate goal.
And Minnick ahead of the pack up to Nicholson. Gives it off to Fitzgerald, who lays it in with the left hand.
Great pass, great catch, great left hand.
Shot no good there by Grimsley. It was Goldberg up ahead to Nicholson, who gives it full court up ahead to Minnick, and Baruch just keeping foot on the pedal.
Wow, that was Josh Allen to a cutting Samuel for a touchdown. Wow.
As the layup there, Perez able to lay it in off the glass.
Yeah, Perez has got some ability, but again, we haven't really seen it.
And the shot clock didn't start there, so it'll be still Baruch's ball, but they're going to.
Now, what can happen in a game like this, David, is that you're up so big and you're not going to, fall. You can get into bad habits. Baruch has to stay with efficient play and continue having good habits moving forward.
So Beaton just checked into the game for the Cougars. Has the Minnick now to Gordon. Ball moving quickly on the perimeter here for the Bearcats. Entry pass inside to Gordon. Inside out, Nicholson looking for options, gives it off to Gordon. Fadeaway shot from Gordon, shot no good. It's going to be Grimsley who comes away with it and pushing the pace. Ooh, almost loses the ball, leaves it behind. Looking for options, gives it off to Perez. Perez off the glass, shot no good. Goldberg, good contest there.
Great move by Perez, but he didn't finish.
A nice find there from Nicholson to Goldberg, can't finish. Minnick cleans it up.
Oh, Baruch is in a rhythm now. Everything working, whether they make a shot or miss a shot.
So now Grimsley behind the back dribble, loses the ball. Ooh, right the way in the hand of Beaton, though. Beaton hop step in the lane, shot no good. It's going to be Gordon who comes away with the rebound. 2.5 gone here in the second half. Baruch still just pushing the tempo. Minnick lays it in at the basket. He's got 8.
Baruch with the long ball.
Seen that a few times, Joe, now here in the second half with Baruch just able to get ahead of the pack as Panagakos knocks down a near side 3.
Well, again, this has turned into like a Tuesday night pickup game at, the local high school. A lot of the fundamentals we're going to throw out the window.
And they're going to call Fitzgerald for the fouls. Panagakos hits the deck.
But
Might have been a little bit acting there from Panagakos. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, David, the SAG Awards are February 23rd. But in all seriousness, this is a game that you can get into bad habits because it's wide open. Baruch has to stay disciplined.
Luckily, they lead by 42 now as Panagakos works against Goldberg. And he gets fouled on the way up. Nah, that's a rough one there, and it's going to send Panagakos to the line to shoot 2.
Whoever is the leader on the court has got to make sure his fellow Bearcats, don't get lackadaisical and also don't get careless.
And Panagakos knocks down the first. Averaging 11 points per game is Panagakos, shooting close to 72% from the free throw line.
Well, we know he can play. But, he's got to be able to play with people.
So now Fitzgerald has it up top. Bounce pass near side to Minnick. Gives it off to Goldberg. Goldberg turns, looking for options. Finds Lamb cutting inside. Lamb trying to create position. He's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Now, again, Lamb, why do you spend time in the weight room? Lamb, based on his strength, has got a chance to, make 2 foul shots here. Very promising young player here, Lamb is.
And he knocks down the second, 67-25. And Baruch playing all out now, even setting up in full court press. So now it's Perez on the far side, working against Fitzgerald. Grimsley calling for it. Crossover on Lamb. He's looking for options. Gives it to Perez on the far side. Thinks about the shot. Minute closing him out. Perez inside. Bounce pass to Mbai. Shot gives it off to number 10 to Cha. Shot no good from the free throw line. And it's Minnick now into the front court.
Good interior defense by the Bearcats, protecting the rim.
Now Goldberg gives it outside to Fitzgerald. Far side 3. Ooh, too strong. Lamb soars, tips it out though. Right inside to Goldberg. Nice pass there by Minnick, and Goldberg lays it in.
Boy, I tell you, Minnick brings so much to the table.
And a kickball there by Lamb as Coppin will check into the game, bring Goldberg to the bench. Curious how many more minutes we'll see Brandon Goldberg play tonight.
Well, Coach Alisi doesn't lose anything when he inserts Coppin into the lineup.
Perez's shot from 3, just a bit short. That was a deep 3.
I would have given him 4 points, David, if he would have made that.
And Lamb can't finish. Trying to get his own rebound, battling underneath, but Grimsley comes away with it. Grimsley going to go right against Gordon. Off the glass and good. Nice play there by Grimsley.
Well, that was a glimpse of Grimsley's game. Hung in the air. He's got the strength. Banked it in.
And Coppin. Are they going to count the? Oh, they're going to call offensive foul on Coppin as he was a little overzealous. So it'll go back to the Cougars as Baruch lead by 42.
Well, when Coppin went to spin, that's when he made contact.
Ooh, steal there from Gordon. And, he just couldn't throw it down. It's rolled off his hand. The whole bench got up.
Hey, Gordon, he's got to do a little better single leg training to get off that left leg.
That would have got the bench going crazy if he was able to throw that one down. As Aaron passed there. Ooh, Fitzgerald throws it right back to Cha, though. Up ahead of the pack. And it's Mbai to lay it in.
Well, Medgar's still playing, let's face it. But they can't really overcome this collective Baruch effort tonight.
So now Fitzgerald into the lane, looking for options, throws it into the hands of Panagakos. He saves it from going out of bounds, and it's Bartley the other way. Bartley, good play there by Minnick, not the foul, and he's able to corral the rebound as it was Bartley and, Minnick and Mbai battling for it underneath.
But Bartley did everything but finish. Great pass.
And nice pass there by Minnick. We've seen a few of them here in the second half as Coppin's able to lay it in.
You know, Minnick really doing a little of everything.
And in a game like this where it's pretty much decided there, Joe, you got to love the refs are eating their whistles. As Grimsley loses his foot and gives it over to Cha on the near side. And he's able to get that three to go.
Well, where's he been the whole game? Well, the refs are already, figuring out where they want to go eat after the game.
So Minnick now brings it into the front court. Mbai all over him. Lamb into the lane. Ooh, nice move there. Gets the floater to go. And he's into double figures now with 11.
Boy, that was a really dance step by Lamb.
Ball swung around the perimeter. It's Grimsley on the far side. Drives baseline. Up and under move. And he's able to finish it off the glass.
Well, we're getting a glimpse of what Grimsley is about.
Yeah, he's got 9 now. So now Minnick has it on the Bearcat symbol over to Gordon here on the near side. Coppin on the baseline, going to work in the paint, and he gets the layup to roll. He's got 14 points, 9 boards. Coppin looking to get a double-double tonight.
Well, there's that strength, there's that maneuverability.
Bounce pass inside. It's going to be a kick ball. I think it's going to be on Minnick there as Edmay and DuVries waiting to check into the game.
David, coming up Wednesday, Baruch plays York here, and, they're going to have to keep it up. York, I don't think at the top of the division, the conference, so Baruch cannot play down to an opponent like that.
And Baruch should be going into that game with an undefeated conference record. And to Joe's point, if you want to see more Baruch basketball after tonight, it's Wednesday, January 22nd, York College doubleheader. 5:30 the women play, 7:30 the men play, and that's followed up by a trip to Lehman on Friday night in a battle of what could potentially be 2 undefeated men's teams going at it for an opportunity to be first in the conference.
Yeah, Lehman always tough under the tutelage of their veteran coach.
And it's Cha who eventually rips down the rebound here for the Cougars. He's quick to push, blows past Lamb, but almost loses the ball there, and he'll have to slow things up here in the half court. Cha gets fouled by Edmay underneath as he hit the deck hard, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, that was a great penetration by Cha. Hung in the air and got contact. This Medgar Evers team, let's be real, They do have some talent, but again, not enough to, create a attack, especially here tonight against Baruch.
And Tachon knocks down the first.
But I think Brian Nigro, coach of Medgar Evers, has some pieces.
And can't hit the second as Idea, who just checked into the game, rips down the rebound. So it's Lamb, DeVries, Idea, Edme, and Coppin on the floor. Lamb has it now over to Coppin up top. Pass to Edme, intercepted by Grimsley, though, from Coppin. Ooh, behind the back dribble, and he's able to lay it in with the right hand as he crashes to the floor.
Well, Grimsley's showing signs of what the headlines with him are about.
And he lays it in with the right hand on the steal. And the Cougars up in their defensive intensity here as too many steps underneath. And with 10 minutes left, Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. I don't think he likes the last few possessions, probably the sloppiest possessions he's seen from his team so far here in the ballgame.
Well, the key is how does a team up so big keep their, concentration, David? Again, Coach Alisi, veteran coach, has won a ton. He's going to have to figure out how to do that. Keep their concentration at a high level. 10 minutes left. Don't let this team back in, David. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and with a 38-point lead, Joe, I mean, obviously you could think it's over. However, it's basketball. Anything can really happen.
Well, the three ball gets you back here and there,
And it's very interesting. You see four starters, check back into the game as it's Goldberg, Gordon, Nicholson, and Minnick, as he was not happy with what was happening with the second unit.
Right. Not that the second unit was bad, but I think, he needs the essence of this team.
So Grimsley spin move inside, working against Minnick, can't finish. He's really struggled against this first unit. Now Minnick into the front court, working on Panagakos. Has to pull back, gives it off to Goldberg. Nice find underneath. Ooh, he looks like he got some contact there, no call.
Well, he would have made the shot had it not been for the contact.
And like we said, the refs have really been letting some stuff go here in the second half in this what has become a blowout here at the Arc Arena.
I think they need to check their contact lenses, the refs.
Nicholson drives baseline, reverse layup is good.
Again, that's why you lift weights. A strength move by Nicholson to make that reverse layup.
So now Nicholson into the front court. Goldberg, handoff to Nicholson. DeVries now has it. Drives into the lane, goes all the way to the baseline, kicks it out up top to Nicholson. Nicholson inside to Goldberg. Looks like he has multiple hands on him. Can't finish. Ball still batted around. Goldberg fighting for the rebound. Grimsley's the one that comes away with it, though.
Great find by Nicholson with the angle to hit Goldberg. David, excuse me, the Bearcats are really good at utilizing the angles on the court.
The foul there is going to be on Gordon as Grimsley hit the deck hard. Seemed to be in a fair amount of pain as he'll now go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Well, took a while, but Grimsley started to get it together. We can see why he's such a heralded player. By the way, that was a better-looking foul shot. A little less stress on his wrists.
Grimsley leads all Cougars in scoring with 13 points. Check that, 14 points. And can't hit the second. Minnick rips down the rebound. Now Nicholson has it on the Bearcats symbol. Looking for options. DeVries trying to come out and help him. Now Edme gets the bounce pass at the top of the key. Ooh, nice backdoor pass. Ooh, Minnick just too strong. can't finish. However, the rebound somehow ends up right in his lap.
Great pass by Edmey.
Ooh, behind the back dribble for Gordon. Hand off Nicholson, near side three. Shot too strong, no good. And Minnick fighting for it, with Busey, who just checked into the game. Busey. And now quickly the Bearcats the other way. It's Minnick. Ooh, good foul there by Busey, not to let Minnick get the shot off, and it'll send Minnick to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, if Minnick was able to switch to his left hand, he might have had an old-fashioned three-point play. But the fast break by Baruch has been very efficient, very effective, led by whoever initiates the pass.
So they're going to double check it to make sure it wasn't a flagrant on the play. There was a foul on the floor.
Guys, you got to stay inside.
So a 39-point lead with 8:15 remaining here in the ball game. Baruch leads 79-40, and really, Joe, it's really just about cleaning this up and getting the final moments.
It's a long game, David. I'm sure a lot of people in Baruch Nation are channel chopping, getting up to go to the refrigerator for a snack. But you know something? Again, it's a lopsided score, but we're impressed by the determination of Coach Alisi and his staff.
So they did upgrade the personal foul to a flagrant foul 1. I mean, I don't know. I guess the thing is dangerous play. However, I feel like they're just – you wrapped them up. You kept them safe. I'm not a huge fan of that call, but
well, no,
way.
Because really Minnick continued on to the basket. So it's not like he went down to the floor or,
Agreed. And the whole point of the foul is to make sure he doesn't get the shot off.
Right.
You don't want – if you foul him and give him the other option is the three-point play.
Yeah, that was a real Medgar's. That was a defensive play.
And we've also seen, Joe, like some flagrants where someone gets like body checked or something along those lines. That was definitely not the case here. I just think they were just moving at a rapid pace because of the fact that it was a fast break.
Yeah, it was what you're saying. It was a basketball play,
Well, it's just what are the other options? The other options are a three-point play, and I know, and that DeVries knocked down a nice three from the far side, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm anti-Baruch here because that's definitely not the case. It worked out in Baruch's favor. It's just
if he would have maybe forearmed him to the left,
Yeah, Joe, I would argue that play could actually end up a lot worse if you clip the guy while he's in midair. The fact that you wrap him up and don't let him get into his launch, I think, is actually protecting the player.
Right. It was a basketball play. React, act, and react. The defense reacted to a drive.
It's also when the guy that gets fouled is also surprised about the call. That's also an indicator.
Of course, he switched hands. He was on his way to make it. So, you know what? That was the point of Minnick, to make the basket.
And good on the second. 86-40, 7:38 remaining here in the ball game. Gerard Nicholson comes to the bench.
Well, the question is Baruch going to get, to a C note?
So Lamb and Idea have just checked back into the game. It's DeVries, Gordon, Edmey, Lamb, and Idea. As Panagako's driving. Oh, nice awkward shot there. He wanted a whistle, no call. He's able to make it, finish it off the glass.
Well, we didn't see a lot of his game tonight, but we know he could play.
Lamb driving baseline, picks up his dribble, looks for an option. Gordon straight on three. He'll step into that one. He has an interesting spin on his shot there, does Jack Gordon. Now, either way, Cougars come down with the rebound, and it's in the hands of Grimsley.
Don't you think Gordon has a little Larry Bird in the shot?
Well, he seems to have like a sideways spin when he releases as Grimsley knocks it down and gets fouled in the process.
I mean, I'm giving him a heck of a compliment by comparing his shot to Larry Bird, but
Good point.
you know, Larry Bird does come to mind when I see him shoot. Well, Grimsley adding to his statistics here for Coach Nigro, it's going to help him sleep better at night, knowing that Grimsley is a big-time player.
And he's got 17 points. As DeVries steps out of bounds there, so it's going to go right back to the Cougars. Just seems insurmountable at this point, though, Joe.
Well, Coach Alisi wants this last portion of the game to not be an error-filled, portion for the Bearcats. Well, where's he been all game? Because that was a good-looking shot.
DeVries now gives it up to Gordon up top, working on T'Cha. Gordon inside out. Ideer going to pull from the far side, and he knocks that one down.
Wow.
And add Ideer to the score chart tonight. Grimsley up and under, no good. Gets his own rebound. Nope, ball still loose. Mbaye loses it. Now it's Busey. Busey, awkward looking layup. Ideer comes down with the rebound. Into the front court to Gordon. Ooh, Aaron pass to Lamb. Nice spin move, though, to get away from the defender. Shot no good. It's Edmey who gets the rebound. Blocked from behind. I think it was Mbaye who got his hand in it, and it's going to stay right there with the Bearcats. 5.5 remaining.
David, Lamb reminds you a little bit of Donald, doesn't he?
Who, Lamb?
Yeah.
Honestly, he reminds me more of one of the Sixsmith brothers, or maybe even Jack Reese.
Yeah,
with more of an outside presence.
Yeah, you can
very quick.
You can make an argument. Yeah, either way. Coach Alisi getting those type of players into his program.
All in all, just some of the players that we're mentioning are former Bearcats, so it is some of the highest of praise, as William Sixsmith specifically was one of the better shooters that we've seen here come through the program.
Oh.
Jack Sixsmith was a quality point guard in his own right.
His brother was quite a quarterback.
Yep. And foul there inside with 4:50 remaining as Baruch lead 94-50.
That was the number 21. Hano Ade. Here's first on the team 7. 2 shots for Javon Chung.
David, do you recall when the last time Baruch scored 100?
No.
Because that's kind of what we're looking at the moment.
Oh, actually, they scored 101 this year at Hunter, but we did not do that game.
Uh-huh.
As Reynoso is going to check into the game momentarily here. Let's see his first minutes as a Bearcat. Fitzgerald into the lane, shot no good. Edmey battling it out underneath, looking for options. DeVries straight on 3, and he knocks that one down. Baruch 97, Cougars 50.
That's the L.A. kid.
Panagakos puts it on the floor, loses it on the way up, and they're going to say it last went off the Bearcats, so it'll stay right underneath with the Cougars.
DeVries, he's from part of California. Is he from?
So now it's Busey, gives it off to Panagakos, near side wing. Shot barely grazes iron, but it's tipped out. It last off the Bearcats, so it'll stay on the far side with the Cougars.
Yeah, DeVries, he's from Cardozo. Boy, oh boy, what a rich history from Cardoza.
That's a three from T'Challa, straight on, knocks that one down. 97-53, under 4 minutes, remaining here in the ball game.
I'm sorry, Cole Bailey from L.A. Pacifica Christian.
As Reynoso going to step into a three, shot no good. Rebounded there by Edmey, looking for options. Three ball there from DeVries, knocks that one down straight on. It's just a shooting gallery out here.
Well, there's your 100, David.
100-53 as Reynoso, can't come away with it. But DeVries now has 12.
Well, we'll take a moment. We wish Cole Bailey, we hope all his family and friends back in California are okay due to these fires.
Inside, good finish there by number 25, Omari Hines.
Well, some of these players that Coach Nigro inserting, showing flashes.
And Reynoso going to pull the three, can't finish. Last off the Cougars, so it'll stay right there in front of the Baruch bench.
Reynoso with good size.
So DeVries comes to the bench. Edmey comes to the bench. Checking into the game is number 5, Musa Kone, and number 14, Amel Perovich. Reynoso working inside. Nope, they're going to say the foul was on the floor. Foul there's going to be on number 15, Busey. That's going to be his second.
Reynoso from Forest Hills. Ernie Grunfeld, the great NBA player, Tennessee, Ernie and Bernie show with Bernard King. Forest Hills, great PSA basketball school.
Nice move there by Fitzgerald. The up and under with the right hand. Reynoso just transferring in as a Bearcat in his first minutes for Baruch. And Grimsley able to knock down the basket and the foul.
Well, if you saw the stat line, you'd think that Grimsley had an amazing game. But, he got it in garbage time, as they say.
And Kone gets it in the front court. Gets blocked at the rim, it looked like there.
Well, he created a bad angle for himself. He was too underneath the basket.
And Reynoso, ball in the hands, transferred in from CCNY. Gets it stolen by Panagakos, who lays it in on the other end.
I don't think he wanted a dunk to throw sand in his ex-teammate's face.
Kone right into the lane. Shot might have been blocked. Nope, they said there was contact on the layup, and that'll send Kone to the line to shoot 2.
Well, he had good liftoff.
7 Bearcats in double figures right now. Gerard Nicholson leading the way with 21 points.
Well, in the other night's game against City, it was a really lot of balanced scoring, too, for the Bearcats. So they're really kind of in a great place offensively, playing as a unit.
Yeah. And Grimsley actually may end up getting his season average. He has 24 with the ball in his hands now.
Well, David, it's a park game, so it's going to happen.
And Reynoso on the block. Nice pass there to find Fitzgerald up ahead of the pack. Kone going to pull a 3. Way off. Finds Fitzgerald underneath. Thinks about the dunk. I think he double clutched. Couldn't hit the layup. And it's Hines who comes away with it. Now over to Busey. T'Challa in the front court. He'll pull up 3 from the near side wing. Barely grazes the far iron. It's Hines, who gets the rebound inside to Panagakos. His shot blocked from behind. He gets his own rebound, can't finish, but he gets fouled in the process. I mean, it looks like Panagakos is going to play the entire game for the Cougars.
Well, let's face it, he's a luxury for Coach Nigro. He's a proven player. And, again, he's got good size. He's got good skill. So, you know, you're going to have to go with him. Him and Grimsley, you're going to have to give him the minutes.
You just wonder how if he's, you know, playing sporadic minutes last year, used to this heavy load of playing, you know, 40 minutes in a ball game.
Well, you know what? If you're a ball player, David, you're going to play. You know, look, he's a young man.
Yeah.
And this is the time of your life, playing ball.
He's averaging 29 minutes per game on the season.
Yeah, good for him.
Kone straight on three, around and out, no good. The whole bench wants to see this young man score. As it's Hines into the lane, up and under, shot no good. Ball still loose. It's going to be Grimsley who gets it. Floater is good.
Again, if you didn't know better, you'd think Grimsley, you know, had a monster game. But, you know, Medgar's just playing ball. I think Coach Nigro over the years at Medgar, he's got this kind of wide open approach, you know, offensively. Not a whole lot of basketball fundamentals involved in terms of X's and O's.
Ooh, as Idir knocks down a three on the far side, making the most of his minutes tonight, as he has eight minutes and 9 points, all from downtown.
Hey, listen, Coach Alisi may have to insert him in certain situations going forward, especially when you need a shooter.
Grimsley at the line, only shooting 56% from the charity stripe as he knocks down the first.
Well, his shot has gotten better as this game has gone along. Like I said, he was wildly shooting, you know, awkwardly early on. Now he's settled in and actually has some good wrist action on his shot.
So Baruch looking like they're just going to run out this 15 as.
Yeah,
really
respectfully, you know, you did what you had to do. And, you know, you want to end with some class. The mark of Baruch Athletics, you know, high character.
So that will do it here at the Arc Arena. Baruch putting up a season high 106 here against Medgar Evers. Monster game for the Bearcats, being led by Gerard Nicholson. But
well, we knew what we were going to see, David. We knew Baruch was going to come out, home game, conference game, the better team. But Coach Nigro is a specialist at upsetting teams. He's done it. And he plays a very wide open, like I said. It's like your Tuesday, Thursday run at the local school. So you got to be careful. But what I think you would agree, Dave, Coach Alisi had his team stay to the fundamentals and the philosophy of his program here at Baruch. And I think going into the next game, no bad habits, and they are primed to really be the team to beat here in CUNY. Hard to argue that, David.
that's fair. That's fair. And if speaking of that next game, if you weren't able to come out tonight, that next game is here at the Arc Arena Wednesday, January 22nd. It's a doubleheader for the women and men, starting it all at 5:30, followed by the second game at 7:30. So if you couldn't make it tonight, definitely come on out and support your Baruch College Bearcats.
And David, just a note, in the women's game, Mia Castillo continues to add to her incredible totals here at Baruch. So Baruch Nation, every game going forward is you're just watching this incredible student athlete do her thing. on an incredible level here at Baruch. I don't know if we've ever seen an athlete like her, and we've had some good ones here. By the way, Cerise Paradise, we thought, from Chicago was, something special. Well, Mia is redefining what something special is. So a lot to look forward to moving forward.
So 10 more games for her to continue to add on. I mean, she might become Baruch's first 2,500-point scorer before it's all
Well,
done.
I'd like to know how she's recognized nationally in Division III. We kept saying Caitlin Clark did her thing nationally. Well, what about Mia nationally?
Yeah, so another big blowout sweep following the one from against City College on last Saturday, coming back here Friday after also sweeping during the middle of the week as well. So both Bearcats team, the men, are on a 4-game winning streak. The women on a 3-game winning streak. All is right now moving in the right direction for your Baruch College Bearcats.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed everybody stays healthy. And it's good times if you're a Baruch fan. And to Baruch Nation, thanks for tuning in, me, David, and, look forward to seeing this greatness continue.
Yeah, so that'll do it for us. Once again, your final scores: the women beat Medgar Evers 85-56, following up by the men winning 106-67, a season high in points scored for the men. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.